paying attention?
Yes, Drowsinho, please continue.
So, when the bully sticks your head in the toilet, you just have to hold your breath 3 seconds before.
Wow, incredible, Drowsinho.
Have you ever imagined what school would be like if the students were the ones teaching the teachers? The classes would definitely be more fun and totally crazy. Just imagine you teaching your teacher how to line up for a test.
Teachers, take note. This will be on the test. Tip number 1, always sit in the back rows. That way you can get a better view of everyone's test. Tip number 2, never sit in the front row because you'll be right in front of the teacher and it will be impossible to cheat. Tip number 3, instead of wasting time studying, create a new alphabet that only you understand.
And how do you do that, Drowsinho? Make a new alphabet.
To create a new alphabet, simply change the shapes of the regular alphabet letters. For example, turn the letter A upside down, and for B, draw a butterfly to turn it upwards. Continue this process to make a brand new alphabet.
Okay, but how do I use that to cheat on the test?
Oh, that's tip number 4, which is to write the answers at the entrance of the school or even tattoo them on your arm with a pen. Since it'll be in a completely different alphabet, no one will know they're the answers to the test.
You're a genius, Drowsinho. I wish I had known you had these tricks back when I was your teacher.
The students would have a lot to teach the teachers. I even think that before becoming a teacher, everyone should go through a student college first to learn how students cheat on exams, and especially all the tricks they have. A famous student trick I call the master of disguises. Because imagine, it's not easy for you to get seconds at lunch as many times as you want without being recognized by the lunch lady. A student is capable of doing impossible things to get another cup of yogurt at lunch. I also doubt that the teacher has the same appetite as a student. Man, a student can eat 5 plates of couscous easily. The rule is simple. If you ate, don't take the plate back. Leave it under your buddy's desk. That way, so he won't get accused, he'll have to take the plate back for you. In this video, I am teaching the wrong things. A student also has tricks to escape from bullies. It's not easy being in a school full of guys taller than you. And even worse, when you do the assignments and get good grades. Everyone wants to copy from you, but if caught, you're the one who gets in trouble. Unbelievable, isn't it? So that's why even when cutting in line to avoid getting beaten up by the bullies, you have to use strategy. You write the answer choices for the question on the eraser, and you pass it to the dumb bully. You go ask to borrow a pen with the test in your hand, kind of showing the answers to the brainless guy. These are survival strategies. Students are the only ones who can study for a test, even if it's the day before the exam. It's amazing how under pressure he manages to memorize everything before the test. He only memorizes the material for the test, forgetting everything afterward. I don't remember how to do a rule of 3 anymore, but if my life depended on it in a test, I'd learn it real quick because the spirit of the student lives in all of us. Oh, and if you're enjoying this video, give it a like, man, to help the channel out. It doesn't cost anything. Just give your little like, all right? Today's test is going to be about how to use GTA San Andreas cheat codes.
What? But I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. That's why you'll have to find a way to cheat off someone who knows. Among you are some students. You must cheat without getting caught by me. Whoever answers the 5 test questions without being caught gets 10 points. Let the games begin.
Oh, damn.
He planned to make his teacher kneel on corn this time using an old punishment method.
But 1-volts, would the students only teach bad things to the teachers? Of course not. They would also teach how to skip class. Wait, that's bad too.
Well, it's not my fault if you guys only mess around. And what about when there's a free period before the next class and all the students decide to leave school? Yikes, that's when any teacher loses it. I myself have a teacher whose class was always after a free period. So nobody stayed, everyone left, and only I stayed because, of course, I'm an exemplary student, right? And the students are real ninjas. It's remarkable how students struggle with assignments, yet during breaks they frantically copy from others' notebooks. The immense pressure leads to cold sweats and pale faces as they submit the copied work. This skill of last-minute copying is something students could teach teachers. Can you imagine? The teacher wouldn't need to study at home to prepare the lesson. All he would have to do is right before his class starts, quickly copy anything from a book. Although there are already a lot of teachers who do that, right? I always thought it was useless for someone to have to copy what's in the book into their notebook because, come on, if it's already written in the book, why on earth do I need to copy all of that again into my notebook? In my opinion, teachers only assign writing tasks because they don't want to teach. From my experience, I have never learned anything solely through writing.
Next week's test will be in pairs, but don't study at all. Whoever manages to pass the test without studying will get 10 points.
And how are we going to do that, Chauzinho?
It's simple. Now you can cheat twice as much. So figure it out.
If you've made it this far, the secret word for you to comment today is school. I'll only give a heart to everyone who comments school. Deal? Just checking if you've really made it this far. Worse than cheating alone is when you cheat as a pair. Wow, it's two fools and a test on the table. They look at each other hoping for an answer, but neither knows. It's a tough situation. But at least in pairs, the ability to cheat on the test doubles. Oh, and one of the things students can teach teachers is how to make mischief. I mean, it's how to write a 10-line essay with less than 100 words. The secret is that the teacher won't be able to read everyone's essay to grade it. Otherwise, he would spend days grading. The teacher reads the first 10 words of the student's essay, then grades it based on completion rather than content. That's where the secret lies. You write very neatly in the first 2 lines of your notebook. However, from the 3rd line on, you can start writing a bunch of nonsense and make the letters bigger and bigger to take up even more space. Just one word will almost reach the end of the notebook. And there you go. You've written a 10-line essay with less than 100 words. But if the teacher has the patience to read everything, you're in trouble, you know? Be cautious. It's incredible how students can justify an answer without truly knowing it. Isn't that remarkable? I used to do that often. There was always a yes or no question. Until then, it's okay to try your luck. The problem is when right below that, it had the dreaded justify your answer. That's when everything got complicated because you had to justify your yes or no answer. That's why I use the legendary technique of enrelation. No, not revelation, it's enrelation, which basically consists of you writing a long text trying to justify your answer, but without explaining anything. For example, if I answered yes without even knowing if it was correct, my justification would be,
my justification for having chosen yes as the answer is due to the fact that through my most recent studies, I realized that the answer would not be something too vague compared to the answer yes. And this leads me to believe that the most recent thoughts and recent scientific studies state that in this case, yes would be the ideal answer to this question, thus leading to my final answer.
In short, I rambled without explaining much. Isn't it great? By the way, I prepared 2 other videos for you. You haven't watched them yet, right? Click there and check one out. They're really cool. See you next time, all right? Bye.